Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's BDO weekly free instant tournament. Instant tournaments, weekly free instant tournament. Yes. History. Okay, so we hope to pick up some general lessons that we can use, particularly about counting the hand and working out where the unseen cards are. So starting off with what would be a horrible hand in Acol, a 4-4-4-1 with a singleton spade. It's worth probably for those of you who are Acol players just coming up and looking at this, because you've got 13 points in a 4-4-4-1 hand. And whatever you do, you're going to tell a lie. So if you open one of your 4-card suits and partner says one spade and you say one no trump, that shows 15 to 16, maybe even 17 points, and you haven't got that. So you can't rebid one no trump if partner says one spade. So what are you going to do? If you open one heart and partner says one spade, and then you rebid a minor, you're promising 5 hearts, and that's really disastrous. You don't want to promise a 5-card major when you've only got 4. So you can't open a heart. So you're going to open one of a minor. Partner says one spade. I mean, if partner says one heart over you, that's fine. You can raise hearts. So that's no problem. So if partner says one spade, which is what normally happens, you've then got a choice. If you've opened one club, your only choice really is to say 2 clubs, because 2 diamonds or 2 hearts would be a reverse, promising 16 plus points and 5 cards in your first suit. So if you've opened one diamond, you could bid 2 clubs, and that's not too much of a lie. It would promise 5 diamonds, but otherwise it would be this strength of hand and 4 clubs. So you were a diamond out. But if you open one of either minor and then rebid 2 of the minor, once again, you just promised 5 cards in the minor. So that's the lie. So that's the smallest lie, is to promise a 5-card minor. So basically with this shape, I'd open the diamond and rebid 2 clubs if partner bid spades. That's the smallest lie you can tell. The other situation is where you've got this and you've got a singleton club. And in that case, I open 1 diamond and rebid 2 diamonds if partner says 2 clubs. Because that's the smallest line you can tell. If your singleton's a red suit, it's not so much of a problem. You can always open 1 club, and if they bid the red suit, the suit you don't have, you can bid 1 spade or 1 heart if your singleton's in diamonds, and find a 4-4 major suit fit. So it's really only black suit singletons that are a problem in Acol, and where you're in the range 12 to 14. And then you're going to open one of the minor. But here in the robot system, a 5-card major, strong no trump, there isn't a problem. We're going to open one of the minor, and if partner bid spades, we're going to rebid no trumps. Even the robot won't like it because it thinks it promises 2 spades, but apart from that. So here we are. Do we think we're going to, we haven't got spades. It's quite likely the opponents will get the contract. So my kind of rule here for which of these 2 minors I open is, if I think we're going to win the contract, I open the one I don't want them to lead, as the robot. Try and put the robot off leading it. If I think they might win the contract, I bid the one that I want my partner to lead. And here I'd really like my partner to lead diamonds. And since they may have the spades, they may win the contract. So I'm going to open a diamond here. When I open a spade, they bid a spade, and my partner's now saying they've got good support for diamonds, 11 to 12 total points. So that's total points, not high card points, 11 minus high card points because they're a passed hand. So I don't think we're going to gain. So there's no reason to bid any more than 3 diamonds. We might be prepared to go to 4 over 3 spades. I thought 3 spades might appear. My partner's double. It says they have biddable spades. and 11 to 12 total points. 4 plus diamonds. So they've got a spade stop. So should we bid 3 no trumps here? They've got 11 minus high card points. We've only got 13. I don't think so. So now the big question is, should we bid 4 diamonds or should we pass? Partner's got, so they've got biddable spades. So they've got 4 spades. And enough. I think that this, 4 diamonds may not make. There's no guarantee that 4 diamonds makes. There's no guarantee that 3 spades is going to be beaten. But both of them are probably odds on better than even money. But 3 spades, so 3 spades minus 1 is 100 to us. 3 spades minus 2 is 300 to us. And 4 diamonds making is 130. And making an over trick is 150. So I'm favouring going for the 300. This may be wrong. This is either a top or a bottom. Why does partner choose to lead a heart? Right. Partner hasn't underled the ace of hearts. Partner got 5 hearts, in which case there's a doubleton ace here. So in that case, we should just play low because they only get 2 tricks. No. And he still plays hearts. Well, looks like partner may have a doubleton heart. Yep, sure looks like it. If it does, then this hand has. I'm going to play the 9 of diamonds to encourage them to play diamonds. I think, well, it looks like partner ought to have 4 spades and therefore ought to have the 9 of spades here. I think for a club, don't like it. No, partner doesn't have biddable spades. I'm playing partner for the ace of diamonds here. Here's the ace of hearts. And all the hearts have gone. Not this one. So maybe I should have thrown a club. Partner's overtaken the diamond. Play the club. It's all on who's got the king of clubs. Oof. So we got 100. Would we have got 130? Oh, it's better than average, but would we have got 130 if we'd bid 4 diamonds? We don't have a diamond loser. We've got 1. We'll probably have a club loser. But don't have a spade loser. We do have 2 heart losers. Some people may have made it. Let's see what happened at other tables. Somebody did make 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds has most commonly gone off 1. Could have made 3 no trumps. That's quite surprising. They only had, since partner, how many parts did partner have? They did have 11 points. So, and 5 diamonds. So no trumps, we make 5 diamonds, 2 clubs is 7. Spade is 8. Depends how we get to the last club. All right, but anyway, we'll take the above average. It's Bit nerve-wracking though. 13 points, 3 spades. So, yeah, you could open a diamond in the robot system. They're bidding hearts. Double from me now would be a takeout double, but it would show 16 to 22 points. And I think 3 diamonds would also show a lot of points. 15 to 22 total points. And add a point. I'm not that far short of it because they would add a point. Robots add a total points would include a point for a double team. But they seem to have a fit, but partner had a chance to bid 2 diamonds and didn't. So it looks like I got to pass. King of clubs from partner. Well, I can encourage. Thought they would switch. Well, I'm going to win with the king. Play the queen of clubs. I didn't mean to play the diamond. Oh, I meant to play the club. Never mind. I got lucky. The partner could have bid diamonds there. So who's got the queen of spades? It would be a double to spade. 2 of hearts, 10 of hearts, queen, 8. But they're making 2 hearts. Yeah, they are. But my partner didn't bid. Partner's got 10 points. We've got no. Letting them make 2 hearts, 82%. But so what happened everywhere else? They made stopping the over trick was worth a lot of match points. 82% for them just making it. 28% if you let them make an over trick. So despite my misclick, we've got a good score. Still only in 3rd place with 73% at the moment. So, and another flat 13 count, which would be a nice simple weak no trump opening in Eckel. Here, we're a bit better in spades, so I'm optimistic about winning the contract. I think I'd like them to lead clubs because I'm more likely to set up clubs, and I quite like partner to lead diamonds, so I'm going to open 1 diamond here. 1 heart from partner. 1 now trump just shows 12 to 14. 2 spades. So responders reverse. So they got 5 hearts, 5 plus hearts, 4 plus spades. 12 plus high card points. It's forcing to 3 no trumps. Now, because this is a best hand tournament, they can't have more than 13 points because that's what we've got. So while normally this would be unlimited, we know it's limited because it's that. They almost certainly only have 4 spades. It's possible they have 6 hearts. But if they were 5-5, they ought to bid spades first and then hearts. So hearts should be longer than spades in this sequence, and spades is very likely for them. So I'm just going to bid 3 no trumps, which would show a minimum hand. Because it's forcing to 3 no trumps, 2 no trumps should be stronger than 3 no trumps. Let's see if the robot thinks that. 2 no trumps doesn't say anything different to what I've already said. 3 no trumps will probably say exactly the same. 13 to 14. So it's actually a point stronger, but it should be weaker on the general principle of something called fast arrival. If you're in a game forcing auction and you just bid game, that normally means that you're not interested in going on beyond it. You're a minimum with no interest in slam. we're forced into game, we go there straight away as fast as we can. Fast arrival means we're not going to go any further. Whereas if we go more slowly, looking around, testing shape and controls and stuff, then we're interested in going beyond game. So 3 no trumps here. So expecting partner to turn up with 5 hearts and 4 spades. And that's what they do turn up with. Right, so we got 3 spade tricks, 3 heart tricks rather, 2 club tricks and a diamond is 6. Spades are a slight weakness. Clubs are a slight weakness. The robots led this 7 of hearts. They like leading from short suits. I bet the odds are this is from 2, 7, 6, maybe even singleton. Entries are a problem. I'm short of entries to my hand. I'm going to go up with the ace, short of entries to dummy as well. Actually, there's a problem. What I want to do is leave the 10 of diamonds and run it if it's not covered, and then play it, and take another diamond finesse. That looks like the best chance. Let them play clubs, hopefully, and spades. So I'll play the ace of hearts. That might encourage them to carry on playing hearts. The 10 of diamonds. I'm going to rely on them getting to me into the right hand at the right time. Okay, 9 of clubs. The ace, that's the only entry to the hearts gone now. They don't want to cover anything, do they? Yeah, king and jack of diamonds are both wrong. But here comes another club. Well, is it worth keeping a heart? So we've got 2 tricks so far. We're going to get 2 diamonds is 4, 2 clubs is 6, the king of hearts is 7. If we can get to the queen of hearts, that'll be 8. And a spade would be 9. We only need 1 extra heart, so let's throw the 2 of hearts away. Time to unblock the king of hearts, I think. Cash, ace of diamonds. This hand only had 2 diamonds. This hand had 4. Let's throw in a spade. You have to keep queen 4 of diamonds just in case they turn out both to be good. A club discard, that's useful. Partner only had 1, we had 4. So that's 5 clubs. So they had 8. And 4 of them have been played. That's the 5th one. They've got 3 clubs left. So they're probably going to have to play clubs sometime. I've got the king of clubs winner in my hand and the queen of hearts winner in that hand. So I can't get between the 2 of them, but that still only gives me 8 tricks. I'm going to rely on the opponent's, well, that's given me. Right. So what's this queen of spades? Well, if hearts are 3-3, the king of spades, queen of hearts, 4 of hearts will be the winners. This last trick, 2 of spades, ace of spades, and queen of spades. Well, I don't think that's a singleton. I think they got the jack, and that's why this hand's led it, because they would have jack and 10, and they could have led the 10. So that's not going to win. The only possible winning line is to go up with the king of spades and hope the hearts break. Yeah, there's the jack. Well, I could have played low. The jack, if they don't have the 10, the jack would have won, and then they might have had to play a club. Anyway, queen of hearts, 10 of hearts, 8 of spades, jack of hearts. Hearts broke 3-3, so I could have made an over trick. Yeah, it's only 42.9%. Could have been more of a cash the king of clubs before playing a spade, and I could have made an over trick. The 4 hearts was making on the 5-2 fit with the 3-3 heartbreak. Well, that was certainly a tricky hand, and I was just concentrating on making the contract rather than looking for the over tricks. Move on. 1 diamond on my right, and I got 13 points and a balanced hand, including 4 diamonds. There's nothing I can say at this point in time. So we have to see what the opponents do. 1 spade from here, it's good. 1 no trump from here, which means they've only got 2 or 3 spades, and they got 12 or 14 points. I assume double from me shows 4 clubs and 4 hearts. Oh, but I haven't got 4 clubs. Partner rates to have very little. I mean, this hand we don't know. It could be anything. Really, 6 to 12 total points. Passed hand. It's likely 1 no trump's getting passed out, but this hand may bid on. We just got to pass and see what happens. 2 diamonds. Right, so this is retreat from no trump. And they really shouldn't, because no trumps is a better contract than diamonds. So I've got nothing to say now, so I'm going to pass and I have to find an opening lead. I don't think I need to lead diamonds. It may be that West is roughing hearts or clubs. There's not many spades here. I'm going to play the ace, take the ace of spades and try it. And he doesn't like it, and I can't see anything better than the king goes up, jack goes there. Looks like this hand did have 2 spades. What do I think? I don't. Have they got a running suit? I don't think so. I think I'm going to. Well, I need to duck this heart. Partner win the king. Which partner would one? Really going to play it. Spade for me to rough. Okay, and as we'll rough the queen. Cash the king of diamonds. So partner has the 4th spade bigger than the 6 of spades there, because the robot had I had 2 spades. West had 4 spades. This hand, to played 3 spades, and on the bidding they can't have 4 spades, otherwise they're the supportive partner. So therefore they've got 3 spades. And remember all the shapes, 4-4-3-2. So partner's got 4 spades, and their 4th spade is bigger than the 6 of spades. So that's not a winner. Question is, should I play the ace of hearts and have it roughed? Don't think so. I think I want to kill whatever honor they've got. But if they haven't got ace, king, jack of clubs, I think they don't know what's use for that. So I'm going to attack clubs. There's the ace. Right, back, the king wins. We're coming with a heart now. Kill. They've got a winning heart, I think. Partner kills the spade. They ruff the jack of diamonds. 6 of hearts is not a winner. No. So they make the contract, which is average. Oh, would we have done better if partner taken the king of hearts? Some people did beat 2 diamonds, and then you get a really good score. So if I win the first heart, do we beat it? So let's just have a quick look and see what the robot says, if I should have gone up with it. So we'll do next. Led my ace of spades. Let's see what Gibb thinks. Gibb still thinks we can beat it. Yeah. Eight of spades, king of spades, spades. And if I go up with the king of diamonds, we can beat it by 2 tricks. Because we can cash enough winners. We should still be beating it by 1. 10 of hearts led, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts. Now, well, it doesn't matter even if I duck it. So where did I go wrong? 5 of hearts, queen of hearts, king of hearts. Next one is 7 of spades. So when the robot partner led the 7 of spades instead of a club or a heart, that's when they gave away the contract. So it wasn't me, it was the robot, so it's all right. Down to 5th now at 60%. Need some better scores. Here we've got a flat 17 count. So in the robot system, that's no problem. 1 no trump is 15 to 17. 2 diamonds is hearts. Transfer to hearts. But what we need to do is make this bid 3 diamonds, which is a super accept. It says we have a doubleton diamond, we have 4 or 5 hearts, and we have 17 high card points, which is what we have. I actually super accept with the robot with 16. So there are actually, so that this is where we have 4 or 5 hearts and they've transferred to hearts. There are actually 5 super accept bids. So normally you just here bidding 2 hearts, completing the transfer. You bid 2 spades, it says you've got a doubleton spade and the 17 points and 4 or 5 hearts. 3 clubs is the same. 3 diamonds is that. I've got to show you 2 no trumps is a super accept with 4 hearts in a 4-3-3-3 shape. And 3 hearts is a super, just a super accept without saying where your doubleton is, etc. What I like to play is that those 4 first super accept bids are all showing a better than minimum, towards the maximum end of your 1 no trump, because you can play this over a weak no trump as well, where partner transfers and you have 4 cards in the suit. You should super accept, so the robot shows the doubleton. Other people like to show their other 4 card suit, and if I haven't got a 4 card suit, then they're bidding 2 no trumps. And what they like to play, I like to play, and most people play, is that 3 hearts is a super accept with a minimum. So if you super accept with a minimum and partner has a weak hand, the opponents probably have a contract of their own. You've got a 9 card fit, partner showed 5 hearts, you've got 4. So if you have a 9-card fit, they have an 8-card fit, and if you're a minimum and partners weak, they may even have the majority of the points. So they almost certainly have a contract. So you're just trying to shut them out. And if partner obviously has a good hand, when you super accept the 3 hearts, you can get to 4 hearts. So it's a 3 hearts as the super accept with a weak hand is very sensible. The other ones, the robot plays it, you show your doubleton. Some people play, you show your 4-card suit. I like to play, you show where your points are outside of the trump suit. But you can play any of those, but you should play super accepts because it will enable you to get to some low point games or preempt the opponents, depending on whether it's your hand or theirs. So I'm going to bid here 3 diamonds, which shows a doubleton diamond, 4 hearts, and 17 high-card points. And the robot bids 4 diamonds, which is a retransfer. Says, yeah, okay, let's go to game, but play it from your hand. So I bid 4 hearts now. And unsurprisingly, the robot doesn't want to go on to slam. So here we are. And that's a nice lead by the robot. So we've got 4 spade tricks, 1 diamond trick, if we look at it from our hand. And then we've got a club loser. So we've got no spade losers, a club loser, a diamond loser, and certainly 1 trump loser. We may have 2 trump losers, but they've led a spade, which is going to give us, because they're giving us the free finesse, we have to take it. For spade tricks, so we can throw a club away from dominant. So how are we going to play the hearts? With this combination, we're missing the 9. So, and the entries are a problem. I think that hand to play hearts twice. The best line of play is to play the ace. If they're 2-2, it doesn't matter what you do. They're going to make 1 trick and you're going to make the others. The ace wins when they're 3-1 and one of the singleton is either the king or the queen, and taking the finesse works if the singleton's here and the king queen in the center. So playing the ace is to be best. And now the king drops. Right, so now we can play hearts. We want to keep an entry to our hand to get to our 4th spade. That's a problem. We draw trumps. So remember, we started with 9 trumps. So 9 from 13 is 4. They had 4. 2 of them are gone. So they've got 2 more. So the jack and 10 will draw them, except they'll win the queen, obviously. But we want to be able to get to this hand after cashing the king, queen of spades. And so we can cash the 4th round of spades, throwing a club. And we want to ruff a diamond. So we've got a lot to try and do. They could stop us doing all that. Yeah. I'm going to play the 4 of hearts. 6. Well, 7 is sufficient. It looks like no. So they haven't taken the right. So now they've made a mistake because their only trump they've got out is the king or the queen. The king or the queen, which that's going to make anyway. So I don't mind if they ruff with it. So now what I can do is play. I can play the spades. I don't mind if they ruff this spade. They're not going to. I just need to get to my hand now. So we can play 4 diamonds to the king. The ace, I'm not worried. They lead the club. Queen appears. But I'm in my hand. I can play the 9 of spades, throw the 10 of clubs away, so I've got no club losers now. I can leave the 8 of diamonds, queen, the 9 of diamonds can come back. And I can ruff. Now I can give them their big trump. And I've got 2 more trumps in dummy. So I've made 11 picks, which is 100%. You can score. The robots made a mistake. They should have taken their Queen of Hearts and played a club. And then I wouldn't, well, I would have struggled more to do it. But I've taken an entry out in my hand. So that's improved our position up to second now, 68.6%. We've got another 4, 4, 4, 1, 13. So remember what I said, if you were playing Akol with this hand, you must open 1 diamond. Hopefully partner will say 1 heart or 1 spade, and you can raise them. But if they say 2 clubs, now you have to bid tell why and bid 2 diamonds. They shouldn't bid 2 clubs with a 4-card major unless they're strong enough to force to game with a responder's reverse. So they shouldn't, if they got 4 hearts or 4 spades, they shouldn't bid 2 clubs unless they've got at least 12 or 13 points. So that they can then bid hearts, and then you'll be able to support them. So that is happening. But obviously here we just bid 1 diamond in the robot system. 1 spade from there. Double from north says they got 4 hearts. And East bids 1 no trump. They don't have spades, so we're just going to bid 2 hearts here. Certainly don't want to be jumping. And that's it. We're playing in 2 hearts. And right, so we're missing a few, but we should just, if we look at dummy, we've got, so dummy should lose 1 diamond. We've got king and queen. Dummy should lose 1 spade. We should lose 1 spade. We've got king and queen. In clubs, we've got the 3 club losers, but we could trump some of them. And we might even find that we have an extra winner in spades or diamonds, depending on the position of the ace. So actually, we will have an extra winner in diamonds because we play the 9. There's the ace. So hopefully the king and queen are both winners. They might get roughed. Here's a spade, so it looks like the ace of spades is sat over there. Yep, okay. Jack of spades. No, queen of spades. Right. So our main worry now is how are the trumps breaking? We're going to lose at least 2 trump tricks because they've got king, queen, jack, and well, technically they could make a mistake, but I'm going to duck up. I'm not going to play the ace of hearts to start with, because if they have 4 hearts, the hearts are 4-1, and somebody's got king, queen, jack, X, as soon as they get in, they're going to draw all our trumps. So I'm going to give up a trump. Here comes the 10 of spades. I'll trump that. They over trump. Hopefully that's with what would have been a winning trump anyway. If they had 3 trumps. 5 of diamonds. Well, we'll see if they trump it. No, we've won that. Right. Moment of truth. It wasn't a winning trump anyway. Right. So this hand's still going to have a winning trump after I take this ace. They've got Yes, this hand we had 8 trumps between us, so they had 5. This hand turned out to have 2, so this hand had 3, but they played 2 of them. So they've just got 1 big trump left, which they're going to win, but they shouldn't be able to win anything else. So we can cash the king of diamonds now. Club away. We need the jack of clubs. The king of clubs. Throwing diamond away. We can play with the 9 of clubs, but we can rough that. They don't rough, we can do the spade. We can rough that. And we can do the club. And they're going to over rough us with their big trump. So that's just more than average. Won't be enough to get us up to first place. Still in second. 2 hearts, very, very common. A couple of people made 2 hearts plus 1, and some people went down. How do we avoid that spade rough? To play ace of hearts and another heart. But as I said, that's very risky. If you play ace of hearts and another heart to start with, you do stop that spade rough. And because they made 3 hearts against me. I ducked a round of hearts. They made a rough with the queen, and they eventually made the king. If I'd played ace of hearts and another heart, yes, they'd have won the queen then and only had the king. They only have won 2 heart tricks. But the real risk of that is if I play the ace of hearts and somebody has king, queen, jack, and a little heart, they've got 3 hearts, and as soon as that side gets in with one of their big cards, they're going to play 3 rounds of hearts, and I'm not going to have any trumps left. So I think that was too big a risk to make. Right, let's see if the last 2 hands will let us overhaul whoever's in first place. This is not very exciting. We've got a very flat 15 count. I'm not going to devalue it to 14 and open the minor, because the robot does so much better when you open one red trump. It knows when to pass. Right. Okay. You can see this lead's a bit sad. Takes out dummy's entry, and it doesn't. This ace doesn't kill one of their honors, which if it did, one of my 10-9-8 would be a winner. We're just going to have to try and set up dummy's diamonds. If we want to count our tricks, we've got 1 club, 1 spade, 1 heart, and then we've got 2 diamonds, and hopefully we will be able to make some long diamonds. So let's see if we can make 5 of them. No. And we couldn't finesse because we didn't have enough entries to dummy. We've led the jack from dummy. East would have put on the queen. We win, but we'd still have to go back to dummy to finesse against the 10. So now we have to give them a trick with the 10 of diamonds, and they'll doubtless see what tricks they can make. The queen of spades. Do I want to duck this? You never know, they might switch to something else that helps us. Or they might just play a low spade now. They would. So we've got 4 tricks so far. I could go for all the marbles and play a low heart towards the queen, but I'm not inclined to. I'm going to take my 2 diamond tricks while I can, force some discards from them. This hand throws spades, this hand throws hearts. And the club. Right, I'm going to keep my 3 clubs in case they... 10 of spades gone. Tempted to exit with the 8 of spades, but I have to find another discard from my hand. So I'm going to play the 4 of hearts. Ace, 10, and then the 3 of hearts. There's the king, but they don't have any hearts now, I don't think. They're clubs. throw the 8 of hearts away. And we're going to crash 2 club honors in. Maybe. Is the 8 of spades any good? There we go. Just making our 7 tricks, which is only 39%. So that's going to take us down rather than up. Oh, it's not. It's taken us to first place. 38.9%, which most people got. If we'll get the robots to bid, or for us to bid diamonds, we do better. But obviously, the person who was leading must have been one off in one trump and got 0 for us to have overtaken them. So we can see who they were, whatever that is. Some very long name beginning with I. Okay, so let's see if we can maintain first position here. So on my right, my partner having passed, on my right I've got 1 spade, but I got 15 points. All right, so what should you do here? You've got the other, a singleton in their suit, and you're 5-4-3 in the other suits. So you've got support for all the other suits, and you've got enough points for a takeout double. But you also have a 5-card suit. Which should you do? Should you bid your 5-card suit, or should you make a takeout double? Right, and the generally accepted expert view is that if your 5-card suit is a major, you should bid it, and you may get a chance to double later to show your minor card suit cards. If your 5-card suit is a minor, then you should just double because you're really interested in major suit fits. So here I'm going to bid 2 hearts. So you've got a 5-card major. 2 spades, 4 hearts, pass. Right, so this is we probably wouldn't have got here with a double, opposite a double, but we'll see. Partner's probably got 5 hearts. We don't really have spade shortage because we have that. It looks like they got 5 hearts. And what's some other card somewhere? Well, the Queen of Clubs is useful. We do have, as I thought, 3 spades. Right. So the heart combination is interesting. We'll see in a moment when we get to it how we should play it. What are we getting from here? I thought we would get a diamond. I don't think that's a singleton. So I think I can play the 4. The king's going up. But now I've just lost the 1 trick. The 8. Now they've played the 8 of hearts. Right. So the odds are that King Jack are on the right. But just to look at this combination of 5-5, we've got 10 hearts between us, missing the King and Jack. And there are 2 ways you could, if we were playing this rather than the robot having led it for us, there are 2 ways we could play it. We could play the ace and hope to drop a singleton king on either side, and then we can draw the Jack with the Queen. Or we could be in the north hand, lead the Queen, hoping that East has King Doubleton. East puts on the, if East plays low, the Queen wins and West's Jack drops. Or East puts on the King, we win our ace, and West's Jack drops. So playing the ace wins if there's a singleton king in either hand. Leading the Queen wins if there's a singleton Jack in the West hand. So playing the ace is twice as likely to win as playing the Queen. So one should play the ace. However, both of those are against the odds. If the hearts are 3-0, you can't do anything missing the King Jack. You've got to lose at least 1. And if the hearts are 2-1, yeah, it's still likely that either of the honours is in the 2 rather than the 1. So This 8 of hearts, I don't believe the robot has led the 8 from King 8 and the singleton jack here. Because if that were the case, it would be best to go up with the queen. It's probably got King Jack here, so we've probably got a heart to lose. It's possible that they've led from King Jack 8, so they've still got a certain trump trick. And then 8 Jack. Anyway, it can't play. I'm sure it doesn't win to put the queen on. I'm going to play low, and I expect the Jack to appear. No, the King. So they've led from Jack 8. Because if the rest robot had King Jack, seeing the queen in dummy, they would have played the Jack. So that's excellent. We're now going to make the rest of the tricks. And left to my own devices, I'd have played the ace of hearts and dropped the singleton king. Right, they've got no more trumps. The queen of diamonds is a winner. And I can ruff those 2 spades here, or throw one on the ace of diamonds, ruff the 6 of diamonds. And I've got ace, king, queen of clubs. So I've got the rest of the tricks +1. Hopefully, I don't think anybody could do better than that. So that should keep us in first place. We'll have a see in a moment. Yes, there we go. Just making it. Ahead of Bronco fan. So we got 71% on that board. I think now we can see it quite quickly. Yeah. So yeah. Lots of other people did that, lots of people didn't. Nobody could do better than that. So we were sure to hang on to first place. So that's quite a satisfactory set. 2 below average. There where I didn't play for the over trick. No, I don't think I should have done. And that one, which I think that was the past contract. So I don't think I did too many disasters there. I think we played the best we could and bid the best we could and got a just result. I hope you think so. And I hope there were some useful lessons there and that you may have learned something from what you play. And I'm sorry for the people who play strong no trump and 5-card majors all the time for the 2 diversions into how you did weak 4-4-4-1 hands in Akon. But I hope you weren't too bored with the discussion. Okay, and I hope to see you all next week in next week's Italy Free Instant Tournament. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this, please click like and subscribe to my channel.